Alright. I've been here. Richard, along with Makina and Hiato, went straight to Dr. Yui's laboratory. I see. A demon of a Demon King class. That's nasty. It's true that the Black Coffin was designed to accommodate any demon as originally requested, but I never thought that a human could really win over a Demon King class demon. I'll be honest and admit it. This is an unexpected situation for me as well. I'm also sorry for Hayato's Fenrir team. Alpha 3 or Kai may only have bruises all over their body, but their mental contamination is so severe that they're almost crippled. I don't think it's possible for him to return to work. Alpha 4, Retsu, only has a slight ankle sprain. Then again, their former co-workers in such a mess. He will need counseling for a while. Based on the results of the practice at the island incident, Yui updated the demon rounds is sure to be effective against demons this time. But it's surprising that this time it was completely ineffective against the demon. Not only the demon themselves, but also its familiars, Melty Ooze. Perhaps it is due to the magical power of the demon Rose herself. It is most likely more than we can imagine, including the reproductive power of the exploitation demons. You knew it after all, didn't you? Dr. Yui sent Hiato and the others to the hospital when they found out that a black coffin was dropped there. I had no intention of hiding it. I didn't think it was necessary to tell you every single time. I let you move around on your own. As soon as you got to the past case, the facility turned into a different world from the mysterious drop. I thought for sure it was the black coffin that I created. If Hayato's Fenrir unit could subdue them, that's all that mattered. If it was too much to handle, we could leave it to you, who would come later. If possible, you can strengthen the magical seal. That's what I thought. But I never expected it to be a Demon King class. As expected, even you, who has a demon in your demon seal, would be no match for them. That is, we need to change our priorities and finish that thing as soon as possible. Huh? You have a way? There's some way to counter it? That's the great Anarchy for you. I thought as much. And we were right to return here as quickly as possible. So, what's so great? What's this great invention of yours? There was one more feature that I tried to incorporate during the development of Black Coffin. This one didn't work out, so I passed on completing it. I personally thought this feature was essential for exactly this kind of situation. Well, it wasn't in the design request. The safety device. Ah! The device that could turn even Lucy into ash if they strayed from their intended parameters. To be honest, as a demon, I am not comfortable with completing this function. Safety device? I don't understand, but it doesn't sound that impressive. Indeed, we wanted to do something more with the name during the development phase, but because of the function itself, that's all I have to say. Simply put, the demon, which has become a biological weapon, is annihilated from its magical roots, rendering it unable to sustain materialization. I mean, the demons whose fail-safe is activated, from a naturalistic point of view, will die. Dying is not a very peaceful word. Is it any different from a priest's purification? Purification is the removal of the entity from the human world. In other words, think of it as deportation of the demon back to the demon world. The demon itself can be dealt with. The demon itself will remain intact via that method. Oh, so purification's not such a bad thing. Then again, the demon rounds that you developed were also supposed to just send them back to the demon world, but they made such a big deal out of it in the genocide that you're killing them. But with the disappearance of the magical elements itself, even the entity in the demon world will disappear. In that sense, it dies. It'll disappear entirely? The demon will die? Of course, death is not equal to disappearance of the existence itself, just like humans have a soul. It only returns to the concept and enters a stage of waiting for the next materialization. For a demon to return to a concept and gain conscious substance again, it is a complicated process, but, well, this time, that's not the important part. So that basically explains how, after they died in Shrift 1, they just went to my room and could materialize again from there. In other words, the last resort of the authorities when the demon in the black coffin becomes unmanageable. That's why it's called a safety device. This will work directly on the demon element of any demon housed in the black coffin. Even a demon king would be affected without exception. Yep. Because Lucy is more powerful than this slime girl, and it worked on her just fine. This may be a simple question, but why hold out on such an important device? I think safety is imperative, with the high risk naturally involved when dealing with demons. I told you earlier, it wasn't part of the request. The deadline was too tight, and the other functions that were needed were too cumbersome. And then there is the technical problem. Even at the present stage, its effectiveness is not sufficient. The effect on the Demon King class has not yet been established. The ideal size would be to mix it directly into the torrent of demonic magical elements, like nanomachines that travel in the blood. I do not yet have the technology to shrink it to that size. What I can create with my current technology is at best a syringe-sized direct injection type. In other words, it's an unfinished device full of problems. But with that safeguard, it means that even if they fight against the Demon King Rose, we will have a chance to win. That's exactly it. There's a good chance we'll win. No, I'll ensure that it works. Please wait a few days so that I can hurry up with the development. This won't take long, so please wait in anticipation. I understand. We're counting on you, Yui. By the way, I missed the best time and forgot to ask, but... Yep, that's a Bargust. That dog that Hiato has. The robot. Right? It's like Machina. It's really something. I was saved from the main hall with a huge bang. I never got a chance to thank it, so I thought I'd ask if it's alright. Hiato, may I have permission? Yeah. This priest is our friend now. Don't hesitate to talk to him. Roger. Shyness mode unrestricted. Categories Richard as an acquaintance. I am JL-0021. Attack aircraft. Bargust. My name is Dead Hound. My main mission is to protect and support Hiato. Hiato does this as well, so when you refer to me, simply call me Hound is fine. Humans don't bother call each other by their full names either, do they? Hound is a metallic material fused with demonic magical elements. It is made of an alloy called Jagreen. Jagreen inherits the characteristics of its original demon in great color and reflects its abilities and personality. Hound is the perfection of the Zoma. The influence of the demonic elements in the Jagreen is also inherited by the fragmented memories of that individual demon. In particular, the memories immediately after the magical element was extracted are vivid. My original Bargust. Apparently, they had a bad experience with someone like my master after they failed in some mission. I don't remember the master's appearance, but it seems that the former master was a moody man who would eliminate their men with impunity. Ah, Hecate! You're talking about Hecate! I wouldn't want to be under such a master now. Amazing. I'm sure the technical side of Imperial Heavy Industries is safe with Dr. Yui's technology, as well as with Machinas. But as a priest of the church, it would be helpful if only the medical aspect and not these weapon-like operations. But in the safety of... I hope you trust me there. The primordial angels never gave man more than knowledge they needed, did they? If I were to teach you all my techniques from the beginning, you would be on the road to self-destruction. I will only share as much knowledge as is necessary. By the way, Richard, before you said you wanted to thank me for saving your life. I would demand some petting. Hiato hasn't been doing it for me lately. He can't understand the urges of a bar guest. If possible, I would like you to rub the belly as well. Can I have a belly rub, Hiato? Good girl. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Well, I'm thinking about it. Hound's micro missiles. I'll have to ask Aniki to replace them again. It's all done manually. It's such a hassle. Aniki, can't you do something about that? That's fine, but you'll have to talk to your father about the cost of the replacement missiles. Wait a minute, Hiato. There are 84 missiles in total. Each one weighs 2.6 kilograms. That means that those alone weigh 218.4 kilograms. It's been a while since I've been able to line up. I like to run around a little more in this state. Are you listening to me, Hiato? Missiles, no. Hold off for a while. Hey, I know you can hear me, Hiato. That's what she's saying. That's unusual. What you have is the SOI Soul, isn't it? How'd you get that? SOI Soul? Is this the one that looks like a jewel? It's a thought or memory that does not originally materialize, but takes shape and appears. Have you ever heard of the attached morning god? When used carefully for nearly 100 years, an object becomes imbued with thoughts. Think of it as a thought. Think of it as a jewel formed from thoughts alone. But originally, the soul of thought is a mass of powerful thoughts. And if a person were to hold it in their bare hands, they would go insane. The power of the magical seal you have. you're quite fortunate considering you had no idea what you were doing. In the worst case scenario, you could have been the one who died. This is such a dangerous thing? Can I please dispose of it here? No, wait. That's not a good idea. If you can handle the soul, you might be able to make use of it. Follow me. I have a device I'd like to introduce you to. No, I'd rather not. So that's what this little thing is for. Behold! This is the latest equipment just recently completed! It's brand new, not a speck of dust on it yet! I give you the right to use it freely. You should be honored to experience the cutting edge of the technology. No, well, first of all, please tell me what kind of device this is and how to use it. I don't think I could use it if someone suddenly said, you can use it, and just say, oh, alright. I understand that too. Sorry, I got ahead of myself to try out my new invention as soon as possible. The SOI Soul is a substance that has a mass of thoughts. In other words, its gradient is filled with memories and thoughts. I told you as much earlier. Simply put, this device accesses the contents of those thoughts and allows you to experience it as if you were watching it. Even if it is an event experienced by someone other than yourself, you can experience it subjectively through these goggles. I call it the Delusion goggles! Delusion goggles! You don't have to say it twice. But if the memories and thoughts are so powerful, aren't they dangerous? Even though it's through a device, normal people would go crazy just from touching them, right? I don't want to suddenly go insane by looking into the thoughts out of curiosity. I think you should get rid of it. Don't worry about that. You're only wearing goggles, so it's only a visual and audio experience. Just the beta of the version you developed later, where you can actually experience it safely through an alternate space. Right now, you're just watching and listening. I mean, it doesn't directly simulate your brain. You're watching a movie or a video, and there's no way in hell you're going to get a game over or anything. Eventually, I would like to apply this technology to create a device that would allow people to feel and literally relive the experience of all 5 senses. But to do that, we need a much larger apparatus. So, for example, I could lie in a capsule that would cover my entire body, relive it, so that I can move as a person in the memory. Please don't. It's a dream, but I'm sure it will involve a lot of deaths. It's actually very handy. Well, I understand what kind of device it is, so how does it work? It's very simple. Put the soul you want to relive into the... It's very simple. Put the memory you want to relive in the glass container and turn on the switch. All you have to do is put the goggles on and follow the voice instructions. You don't have to call me over every time. First of all, forget all the questions that come to your mind and actually designate your thoughts and souls to the use of it. If you have a memory you want to experience, that is. Well, let's go ahead and give it a try. Please select the memory you want to visit. Alright, let's do this up. Oh, the primordial soul sorting. You wish to regenerate this thought? No. Well, actually, what does Richard react to, since he was never directly told what happened? Play the loaded memory. Alright. Memory playback ends. In the memory loading. Oh, no reaction, Richard. It's a good thing this chair is locked away over in the corner by itself where no one can watch. You might want to invest in a little curtain or something for that, because those memories could get a little spicy. Anything else? Let's see. I guess we'll have to feed some energy to that. Will we need to feed some energy to that demon? Well, regardless.